are mothers, you know.
Mothers are mothers.
Yeah.
Tell me, John, we've heard about you, about your dad, and what he means to you. It's a very, very special bond from what I can see. And we also want to hear from the man responsible for this fine young gentleman that we have today in front of us, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I now introduce you to a very, very successful architect. Mr. Abram, you've been listening to us.
Yes.
Only half of it was true, or most of it was true. Could you tell us something about John and your journey with your wonderful son?
He has always been a cool boy.
He's been a cool boy. Yeah, he is cool. I mean, you know, the way the girls say cool. I mean, but has he always been a good, obedient boy when he was a kid?
Yes, quite obedient.
But he says he's been mischievous.
He was mischievous, but boys have to be mischievous.
Otherwise, what's the point in having boys?
Otherwise, there's no boys. Boys have to be mischievous. But then, I'm very happy that the way he has shaped up, and he's quite responsible and focused. That's most important.
And all the values that you've instilled in him, does he?
Well, I don't know. See, as parents, we have to just live our lives. Children just observe us and grow up. Don't have to teach them anything.
No preaching, basically.
No preaching, no teaching. See, in fact, I work among the handicapped children.
Right.
I know that one thing that they well deserve is we do theatre workshops among them.
All right.
They're very good at imitation. We do music training with them. They're very good at singing. We do dance. Shamak Dava helps me in the dance classes for them. They're very good at it. All these natural instincts are there in children, basically because they are observant.
They're observant.
And if you live a clean life, they will simply follow you.
You know, it's been commonly said that children don't do what you tell them to do; they do what you do.
Exactly.
That's so true. John, very blunt question.
Yeah.
Please don't mind.
No, please.
Have you been a good son?
I've tried to be a good son. I'm not a great son. I wish I could really be a very, very good son. And
why do you say that?
I mean, I wish I could do things better. I wish I was far more responsible. I wish I was far more conscientious.
But that's exactly the opposite of what he's saying. He's endorsed you as a conscientious, responsible, and a good boy. Why are you saying you're not?
I still need to go that extra mile, and
which is
just be very happy with myself or in my space, which I'm not.
You're not?
Yeah, like I keep trying to push the boundaries. I'm ambitious, and at the same time, in my need to get to another level, I forget that you could be happy in the present moment. And I see my dad, he's very calm. He's very zen. And I think I need to acquire that quality of being zen.
Well said, John. There's nothing wrong in being ambitious and trying to push yourself and all of that. But I'd like to ask you another question. What is it that you regret that you can't do for your dad?
I don't know. I mean, you'd have to ask him that. I think there's a lot of stuff. That
I was coming to you, Mr. Abram.
Yeah.
What is it that you feel that John could do better?
Well, he's doing very well. I mean, there's nothing to...
What about time spent at home?
Time as much as possible, because today's compulsions of work is such that nobody can give that much of time to everyone. But nevertheless, he gives time. Fortunate, I'm singularly fortunate that we all work together in the same building.
You work in the same building?
Same building.
Okay.
On the same floor. He has an office on one side. I have an office on the other side. So we walk into each other's office and, we have that kind of an interactive.
But what about time at home? Do you feel that,
I don't, because he stays separately. My younger son stays separately. But we all meet
regularly?
Regularly.
You do find the time?
Yeah, I try and find the time. So I always go for food in his cabin because he's got some dry fruits here, there. So I just go keep eating something and I walk out. I need to eat 24/7.
Really?
Yeah.
I look like the one who eats 24/7. Never mind. But when he chose an unconventional career, Mr. Abram, when he did an MBA, I asked him this question. I want to double check with you. He chose an unconventional career, took up modeling. How did you react to that?
Listen, actually in life, we all plan something, but we end up somewhere else.
Sorry, I didn't see you here. That's
We all plan something for our own lives,
Right.
but we end up somewhere else.
Right.
I came here after my BSc to work in a pharmaceutical company as a chemist, probably.
Okay.
By default, I landed up in architecture college and I became an architect. And I have known doctors who have qualified and gone into computers and other. So you can never say what you become. The most important thing in life is to do whatever you do it passionately, you do it with absolute sincerity.
Yeah, that's all fine. But when he said, I want to be a model, how did you react to that immediately?
Well, it was just fluke. It was just a chance that, some model didn't come to his office. He was an advertising concern. And they said, "Sala, tu to chikna hai na, khade raho." Like that he became a model. His friends forced him into modeling. And after that, he never looked back.
You please don't come to any producer's office when I am not available and you'll say, "Arey, tumko bahut achhe dad," I'll lose out on role, Suddenly you can change careers.
So that's how. Life, it is like that, there's nothing to.
Mr. Abram, what does this day mean to you? This concept, Johnny Walker Blue Label coming up with this wonderful concept, such an emotional concept of date with dad. What does it mean
It's
to you?
a fantastic concept because, today's world, one of the most important things that children should learn, youngsters, I would say young adults who are working and who are trying to build up their own career, is that they ought to remember that they have to give some time to their parents. And there's nothing like being together. That's how it has to be. That's all.
I think that's so true. John was talking with me outside and he said, I would ideally like to spend a lot more time at home with you. But I know of a lot of youngsters who don't spend time with their parents when they're doing nothing at all. John is out there making a career for himself, doing so fantastically well, as a model, as an actor, as a producer, and now he's, with his football league and, a busy man and still finds time. I think that's completely fantastic. And it just goes to prove, all that you may have taught him and all that you want him to be, he has proved you right and he makes you proud, as he makes all of us proud. So big hand for Mr. John Abram and Mr. Abram.
Thank you.
Superb. Superb. Special day. We stand up again. I stand up. You sit. Okay. we've heard what Mr. Abraham has to say with what Mr. John Abraham has to say. It's very, very confusing. I'm so sorry. So what's your full name?
But they're confusing because Abraham, John Abraham, and Johnny Walker.
There you go.
It's an absolute combination.
Johnny Walker, Blue Label, take it on your marketing team, man. From architect to marketing genius. We'll say it again. John Abraham, Abraham John, and Johnny Walker. Yeah, give them a big hand. Okay, it's time to call upon someone from Johnny Walker Blue Label.
Some point in time. I think Johnny Walker Blue Label, Date with Dad, we pride ourselves in creating memorable, extraordinary, rare experiences. And I think this campaign, which is really in its second year, stands for exactly this concept, right? It's about offering our patrons a chance to spend some quality time with their fathers. And I think I can connect with this at a really personal level because I know the role that my father has played in shaping me and the individual that I am today. I think I couldn't have said it better than Mr. Abraham. The central concept of Date with Dad is really simple, Boman. It's about the rarest gift that you can give to your father, your time. And I think that's what we really believe in.
We truly believe that John and his father, Mr. Abraham, truly embody the inspiring spirit of Johnny Walker Blue Label. They share a really special and rare bond, which, again, I would like to mirror what you said, that I just wish and hope that my sons and I, we do have a very special relationship. What am I saying? That we have a really, really rare bond. And thank you very much for making it so special. So I'd like to take the opportunity to thank all of you for being here. And also, before we go ahead, another duty to perform. I have to play you a short little film, all right? And it's about the winners of the Date with Dad contest and their thoughts about the Date with Dad concept.